purposes, race
Right.
doesn't matter. And what we're saying is, racism, as you would put it, doesn't really exist anymore in essence, but they want to make it appear as if it does.
But here's an interesting thing that I realized because I've interviewed many black congressmen, and I don't know if you're aware of this fact, but the Congressional Black Caucus, you cannot become a voting member if you're white. If you're a white congressman, you cannot become a voting member. So wouldn't that be racism in their own terms?
That is the very epitome of racism. I mean, you know what?
Isn't that crazy?
You see,
These are the people complaining about racism, and they're the ones that are racist.
but see, that's the point. We're trying to make is that racism, as they view it, doesn't exist, but racism, as it truly is, does exist, and it exists on their end. But the Democratic Party has always been racist. Only now they're turning the people that they're racist against racist toward everybody else. And the problem is festering.
I agree, and so we want to combat that attempt to intimidate and to bludgeon other people with this sledgehammer of calling them racist and everything by getting to the truth that the ones who are really racist are these people.
Well, and you know what? It's a nice thought to want to combat. I commend you. Obviously, I commend anyone who wants to combat racism. But as I've said
I
many
don't like
times,
it from any race. I mean, I think people should be treated based on their actions,
true.
and
but
their merits and their skills are not determined by their race. Like you could be a good person and be black, or a bad person and be black, or the white. You could be good or bad. You could be good in the internet, or you could be bad on the internet. The point is, the race is irrelevant, and the people that focus on the race are making a big mistake.
Well,
They're making a mistake,
well,
but because they're ignorant.
Well, you have to understand that the solution is both easy and difficult. All right, as I said before, it was almost a non-issue. It was roughly 90%, I would say, done, if not more, until Obama brought it back up. And so the problem lies with the Democratic Party. So you abolish them, you abolish the problem.
Well, the
You go
Democratic
back to
Party and
conservative values on both sides, because there was a time when the Democrats, at least back in the day, were somewhat conservative-esque, somewhat at least conservative adjacent.
Well,
And
I agree with
go
you.
back to that time, and you have a little more racial unity, but you keep things going the way they are now with the Democrats, you're never going to see racial unity.
Yes,
So
and
abolish them, abolish racism.
yeah, Obama exacerbated this issue and made it into a really bad problem, and now we have a situation of racial antagonism and divide, which is totally stupid. It's irrational. It doesn't make any sense. If you, and I have interviewed Congressman John Lewis and Congressman Clyburn, and they just contradict themselves. They say you shouldn't judge based on their race, and then they say you should judge based on their race. They say the fact is that race does not determine your character or your skills, and then they say it does. Then you should treat everybody equal, and then they say you shouldn't treat everyone equal. I mean, it's a mess. It's a mess in their head. That's what I was trying to get at. What do you think?
That's exactly it. They are a contradictory party. They are a hateful, racist party. They are a hypocritical party. They are a double-speaking party, and they're, quite frankly, a mess. But they know that, and they've been a mess since their conception. And the enslaving of my people for the last half a millennia has only proof of how much hate and racism they possess. But what things that have been done for my people in terms of freeing them.
Well, we're all your people, not just the blacks.
Well, my people is in
Right.
my ethnicity. I'm a firm believer in
Right.
any living,
I hope
breathing.
that you include me as part of your
any
people.
living being, any living human being is my people, but my ethnicity bracket.
Right, okay.
My ethnicity bracket from the time of chattel slavery, Republicans, were founded by abolitionists who fought to free them. From the time they were newly freed, Republicans founded the NRA to help them defend themselves against the Democratic KKK.
They forgot that history, right?
Oh, yes. From the time of the Jim Crow era of the
Jim Crow.
South, Republicans fought to repeal and abolish segregation.
Right.
And-
Jim Crow
and
was
from the
a
time-
Democratic Party, right?
And from the time of the inception of the war on poverty, which was supposed to make society great for black people, and it did anything but. Republicans have been saying this is not what's best for you, black people. Listen to our side. We promise you will, once you give it a shot, you will like it. The problem is that black people, we'll talk about race, we're the most racist people right now. Blacks and Hispanics are the most racist right now.
Well,
And that's just
unfortunately,
it.
it's prevalent. But fortunately,
not
there's
even
one
prevalent.
fortunate thing. You're not one of them.
I'm not one of them. I'm not one
And
of
that's
them.
a great thing,
but
you know.
a lot of them are extremely
I
racist.
really appreciate that, and
With
that's
their-
great.
with
And
their-
your example will serve as an example to other people of various colors, because there can be racist white or racist black.
But this
And
thing,
so
I'm scared.
we
I
will
don't
get
think
rid
I've
of
ever
it.
come across a racist white person in my life. Truly, as far as I know, as far as Kira's concerned, I've never come across a racist Caucasian person, but I've come across many racist black and Hispanic people.
Well,
So with BLM, La Raza, Antifa, the list goes on. Black Panthers,
they're all racist. I agree. And
all
and
George
the
Soros
irony
funded.
is that they're the ones that complain about racism.
it's called deflecting.
Ah, good point. Well, you are very savvy in your political acumen, even at your young years, and
I'm
I
31.
commend you.
I'm not exactly young.
I commend you for your wisdom, and thank you very much for this interview.
Well, you're welcome, sir.